If you're a Windows user, or even a Mac user, after you install Adobe Acrobat and you open a file in Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, you might notice something. So I'm going to go back to the folder that I have created, and I'm going to open another Word document. And what you might notice is that there are new buttons that were installed into the application. These are what I call the PDF Maker buttons. They allow you to convert the document to an Adobe PDF with the click of a button. Now, Mac users, unfortunately, that's pretty much where the story ends. It's kind of a convenient way to create a PDF without having to choose File, Print, and go through that process. For Windows users, because of the additional hooks that the Office suite of tools offers on Windows, Adobe was able to build more functionality into the process, and that's what I want to talk about now. When I choose Convert to Adobe PDF, I do want some control over the process, but I also want to take some shortcuts. And by shortcuts, I mean I want to end up with a PDF file that's more robust than just a digital version of the file that I have here to replace perhaps paper. Notice that we have also a new menu in Microsoft Word called Adobe PDF. And under that menu, there is the Change Conversion Settings option. When I select that, I'm going to get the Adobe PDF Maker panel, and in this panel there are actually 4 different sets of options that I can use to create just the right kind of PDF for my needs. First, I can choose the conversion settings that I want to use. So again, I'll choose Standard because it's going to be a file that I'll want someone to print on a laser printer or whatever. And I can view the PDF after results, and there are other choices here that I can make. Convert document information, much like we saw previously, which will add metadata like username and document name to the PDF file. But there are also some application settings. For example, with this document, I have the ability to add bookmarks to the Adobe PDF file. Bookmarks are a great way to allow your user to find specific information in the document, and you can build bookmarks in a PDF file using Acrobat, but because I can build them automatically here, I'm going to take advantage of it. It's going to speed up the process of getting to the kind of PDF that I'm looking for. Now, once I've selected this, it's worth taking a look at the Bookmarks tab over here, because what this tab allows me to do is determine what about the Word document is going to become a bookmark. And I can convert all Word headings to bookmarks. So if I'm using the heading styles in Word, every one of them will become a bookmark. That's not what I want to do. I've used custom style sheets in the Word document, so I'm going to select not the entirety of them to become bookmarks. That would create a lot of bookmarks. What I'm instead going to do is scroll down, because there are 2 specific styles that I've used in this document. The first is the head style. It's a style that I created in the Word file, and I want anything that is styled with the style sheet head to become a bookmark in the PDF file. I'm going to scroll down further because I also have a style called subhead, and that's just a way of indicating a subtopic under the head topic. Now, the level that I'm going to choose here, you can see that it automatically came in as 2. That's because I want anything styled with the subhead style to become a bookmark that is nested under the head style. Oh, there it is right there. That indicates the structure of the document. So I've got a header, I've got subheads that follow under that, and the bookmark structure will match that once I create the PDF. I'll show you when we get into Acrobat, and I think it'll be clear. But there are a couple of other panels here to consider as well. First off, security. When I'm creating PDF files, especially if I'm creating them with sensitive data, it's a good idea to secure them. And as with bookmarks, I can do that in Acrobat after the fact, but I have to remember to do that in Acrobat after the fact, and that can be a problem because I might forget to. And if I forget to, then I might end up sending out a PDF file that hasn't been secured. So in this case, I'm going to choose to restrict the editing and printing of the document. And if you have your caps lock key on, Acrobat's nice enough to warn you about that, so I'll turn my caps lock key off and enter the password. I don't want you to print the document. I don't want you to change the document. I don't want you to copy text, images, and other contents out of the document. So I'm disabling all of those things. When I attempt to leave the security panel, so I'll click on Word, Acrobat is going to force me to confirm the permissions password, and this is just Acrobat's way of making sure that I didn't mistype the password. If I did mistype the password, then I wouldn't know what it was, and then I'm not going to be able to get back into the PDF file that I create to make changes. As the author of the document, I might want to do that, and so it's handy to be able to. So I'll go ahead and confirm the password. Click OK, which brings me to the final panel in the Adobe PDF Maker window, the Word panel. Now, there's one bit of functionality here that I definitely want to take advantage of. I have comments in the Word document that use the word commenting technology. I want to convert those to Acrobat comment technology, and to do so, I'm going to click Convert Displayed Comments to Notes in Adobe PDF. What that will do is it will convert those to notes in the Adobe PDF file that I can use in Acrobat in perhaps a commenting workflow or however I might want to. But again, it's a process that's going to save me a step. When I'm all set with this, I'll click OK, and nothing will happen. Remember, all I've done is to configure Acrobat to create a PDF file the way that I want it to. The final step in this plan is to actually create the PDF file, and that just requires me to roll over to the Convert to Adobe PDF button, click. It will ask me to save the document, and this will happen if I've made any changes to the document at all. Sometimes it doesn't seem like I have, but Acrobat thinks I have, and it wants to make sure that I save those changes. Here's why. If I produce a PDF file that is even slightly different from the Word document and I don't save the Word document myself after the fact, then I'll have a Word file that is somehow different from my PDF document. And that can have sort of disastrous results depending on the amount of changes that I've made. In this case, I know I haven't made any, but I'm going to go ahead and save it anyway because really I'm required to. Now, I'm going to click on Desktop, click Save, and then let Acrobat take over and handle the rest. It's going to convert the document. It's going to add the bookmarks, provide the security, convert the comments, and then once it's done, it will open the file in Acrobat so that I can check it out. And here we are. So let's just take a quick look at it to make sure that it did all of the things that I wanted it to do. First off, it did convert the comment, and there it is. So it converted it to an Acrobat comment, and I can use that in an Acrobat commenting workflow. That's handy. It added security, and I can tell because I've got the security button up here. This represents the security panel, and I can open that up, and it will tell me that there are permissions that have been applied to the document that prevent me from doing something. And if I wanted to, I could click Permission Details to find out what those are. I know what they are, so I'm just going to leave them here. And then last but not least, the bookmarks. Acrobat went ahead and created bookmarks from the various styles that I applied. So if you look at this, the structure that I mentioned while I was configuring the PDF Maker is apparent here. I've got items that have been styled with the head style, and they show up as bookmarks. Anything that's under the head style that were subheads, so proposed plan, and if I scroll down a little bit with my mouse here, I can see that pricing is also a subhead. And those were bookmarks that have been created and nested under the initial goals bookmark. That just implies the structure of the document, and it makes it easy for someone who's going to look at the file to see what the structure is supposed to be and find information that I want them to find. With that, I've created from Word a very usable and very complete PDF file without having to come into Acrobat after the fact and apply all of that functionality manually.